My name is Robert Kwok. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Crittercism. That's our mascot there on the bottom right. Some people tell me it kind of looks like me, but I don't really see the resemblance. So what I'll be talking today is about the surprising truth behind app crashing. We made a special version of our mascot there on the bottom. So what is Crittercism? Crittercism is a crash reporting and performance monitoring platform for mobile apps. We were founded in late 2010, and since then we've covered 2.2 billion app loads across 100 million devices, and we help customers like Netflix, NPR, and Smule figure out when their apps are crashing. And we're backed by some great investors, including Kleiner Perkins and Google Ventures. So how does it work? We have an agent that companies add to their mobile apps, and every time the app crashes, it sends data back to us. We crunch the data, tell the company which errors are affecting the largest percentage of their user base, and we pinpoint which line of code actually causes the crash. So why is crashing a problem? Well, everyone knows the story on Android about fragmentation. This is one of my favorite pie charts. It shows an app that was just launched on the Android market, and this is a pie chart of all the devices it's on shortly after it launched. It's kind of crazy. But what people don't talk about is that the same kind of fragmentation occurs on iOS. There's fragmentation on which version of the app it's running, which platform, which device it's running on. And can anyone guess how many versions of iOS have been released so far? 5, 10? There's been 44 versions of iOS that have been launched so far. That's practically one version of the OS every single month. So what's the surprising truth here? The truth is that crashing is actually a lot worse than we even initially thought. We found that 1 out of every 20 times an app is launched, it crashes. And moreover, 20% of people that experience a crash will just give up and not use an app anymore. And this is further complicated by the fact that in-app purchases are becoming more and more important. This report by Distimo that was released last year showed that 72% of revenue from in-app purchases from apps actually came from in-app purchases. So crashing is becoming a big deal. And it's only going to get worse. Let's take all the crashes that have occurred so far on iOS. We found that 75% of them have actually occurred on iOS 5. So with each launch of an OS, with each launch of a device, developing apps is becoming even more and more complicated. But there is a silver lining. We found that crash reporting has enabled developers to fix crash issues rather quickly. So we looked at all our crashing, and we found that 15% of resolved crashes were actually fixed in the first 100 minutes after the crash first occurred, and they received an email about it. And Netflix actually told us that we were able to help them fix 50% of their crashes within 2 weeks of launching an update to their app. If you'd like to learn more about our crash reporting solution, come find us at our booth. It's a little bit over the ways that way. You can also find us on Twitter and on our website, www.crittercism.com. Thanks.